The last card would be the extraterrestrial threat.
Someone remarked that the best way to unite all the nations on this globe would be an attack from some other planet. In the face of such an alien enemy, people would respond with a sense of their unity of interest and purpose. By uniting mankind against the danger of destruction by creatures from other planets or from outer space. Experiments have been proposed to test the credibility of an out-of-our-world invasion threat. Nevertheless, an effective political substitute for war would require alternate enemies, some of which might seem equally far-fetched in the context of the current war system. That gross pollution of the environment can eventually replace the possibility of mass destruction by nuclear weapons as the principal substitute for war. Poisoning of the air and of the principal sources of food and water supply is already well advanced. Are you beginning to get the message, folks?
They have got bases all over the world now, you know. They've been coming here ever since 1946, when the scientists first started bouncing radar beams off of the moon. And they have been living and working among us in vast quantities ever since. The government knows all about them. From within our own solar system, except that their society is more highly evolved. I mean, they don't have no wars, they got no monetary system, they don't have any leaders, because, I mean, each man is a leader. I mean, each man, because of their technology, they are able to feed, clothe, house, and transport themselves equally and with no effort. Now, I mean, we still have leaders upon whom we rely for the release of this information. These leaders have decided to repress this information because of the tremendous shock that it would cause to our antiquated systems.
Suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries.
The United Nations.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war?
It gives you a whole new way of looking at the day.
The situation is that you have various types of what we normally call grays. We didn't call them grays in the military, but you had at least 3 types of the grays. You had some that were much taller than we were.
They use the glandular secretions of animals and human beings as a mixture of the vitamins for their food. They get high off of our adrenal gland substances called adrenochrome. It's something like cocaine to them.
E.T. The witnesses have described these craft as disc-shaped or cylindrical-shaped or spherical. In 1966, according to a launch officer, David Shore, his missiles were temporarily activated just as his security guard was reporting a bright object moving from missile to missile to missile.
Fly by the comets, visit asteroids, visit the moon of Mars. There's a monolith there, a very unusual structure on this little potato-shaped object that goes around Mars once in 7 hours. When people find out about that, they're going to say, who put that there? Who put that there? Well, the universe put it there. If you choose, God put it there.
These things could extend themselves into our material reality, and even that there might be those that walk among us right now, pretending to be entirely human. But pretty soon, we're going to have humans through biotechnology who are becoming transhumans, and the ultimate goal is post-humanity, something that they see as ultimately our evolution. The reason why I also think that what's going on with these craft is because in what's called UFO flap areas, there's also a phenomenon that occurs, alien abduction. These things seem to have an interest that can be interpreted as malevolent, demonic.
Now you've seen how bad things can get and how quick they can get that way. Well, they can get a whole lot worse.